So there are two repositories that I particularly use to find AI tools. One of them is futurepedia.io. One of the things I like about Futurepedia is that you can, filter by task, like audio editing or copywriting or customer support. And then over there, you get like what are the tools, you get some information about them as well. And then you can go, of course, to their website. Here's where you can figure it out as well, Ashima, if the tools are paid or free. So that's another cool place to go. And the other platform I really like is There Is an AI for That. Great name. So it's the same idea. It's another repository. You can go there, and just type what you're looking for. You can search for industry. And again, you have here some ideas, some stuff, some filters, some sorting that you can use. Go there, explore, some tips I can give you, search based on task or search based on industry, and you're going to find some cool stuff. Also remember, it's very fast changing field. There's a lot of like new tools that are developed, but that quickly sometimes they die for one reason or another. Sometimes they are integrated back into the main tools, right? So for instance, there was a time that OpenAI was creating all these plugins for ChatGPT. So they kind of sunset that. And now we have custom GPTs. So, technology change. So this is how you keep up to speed. So that doesn't give you much in terms of information or reliability on those reviews. I would say go check. The two big things for me always checking is first, of course, performance. How good is the tool in solving what you want it to solve? So if it's like an image generator, how good are the images that it generates? So that's a big one. And the second, of course, is if you actually want to apply it, particularly if you're dealing with your own data and sensitive data, then you need to be very diligent about who are these people, taking a look at the terms of service, how secure are those platforms, who do they work with, all of that, very, very important. Perhaps get your tech team involved. Marilise is asking, what tools are worth investing in paid version from your perspective? Definitely GPT. I think that's a no-brainer. It's going for what, 10 or 20 euros a month. And you get access to like the custom GPTs and GPT-4. So that's a huge one. GPT-4 much more performant than GPT 3.5. The output's much better. You can do a lot of other things, and you get access to a bunch of like extras, like especially on the GPTs, for instance, like the data analyst GPT, which is something I find very, very cool. It helps me, do data analysis much, much faster. So these are very cool. Midjourney is a huge one. I actually like it, and I only use it for my personal cases, And I find it absolutely amazing. Sometimes I'm just gonna go there for fun, just be an artist with my own brain without having to have the digital skills to actually, create the art. So those are big ones. But it all depends. Repeat for data analysis. So it's called Data Analyst GPT. It's inside OpenAI. So if you own ChatGPT, if you go there to the bottom and check your subscription, you can upgrade to Plus, and then you're gonna have a menu with like GPTs, and one of the GPTs created by OpenAI is the data analyst one. There are others. There are many others, like super cool. There are image generation GPTs as well inside the ChatGPT interface. Pretty cool. Yeah.